Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebartogo.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, you won't see this, but we are rolling our eyes at a tasting table weighs in on the Kentucky bourbon industry and what's happening. My name is McNeil. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Justine Mays, Kathy Cool, and Luke Otero.
Hey gang, what's up?
Hey everybody.
Hello.
Hey-oh, so yeah, my quick take on this, and we're not jumping into the topic right now, but my quick take is they don't have the chops for this. This is investigative reporting. They're better off making lists, the best bourbons under $25, and then putting things on there that are $75 or more. Having no understanding, not trying to get together a legitimate article, and it goes off the rails immediately. We'll talk about that after the break. We'll get into this one and have some fun with it. But McNew, you said there's something you want to talk about. What is that?
Okay, so do you think your sense of distance is skewed because of where you grew up? So I don't think it's a big deal to drive an hour to go to dinner, to drive an hour to go shopping. Because I'm in the middle of nowhere. Like now I live, there's shopping 5 minutes from me, there's restaurant 10 minutes from me. And I had that in Greenfield too. But if somebody is you're talking to a friend and I'm like, hey, do you want to meet me here? They're like, well, it's a 30-minute drive. I think that's fine. I can on a Tuesday night. I don't care about a 30-minute drive.
Seems, all right, that wasn't where I was I thought you were going. This makes more sense, McNeil. So, yeah.
Yeah. So, but do you guys, if you have a friend, they're like, hey, do you want to go to this restaurant or this brewery, this distillery on this day? And you're like, no, it's 40 minutes away. I don't think that's a big deal. Right. You guys think 40 minutes for dinner or a day out is a big deal.
No, I don't. Anything St. Louis proper is going to be, 30 minutes away. Anything, and I live all the way south. Kathy's the opposite of me. She lives north. When you're not putting yourself right in the middle, there's going to be 30 or 40 minute drives. And it's not. If I want to go to Chesterfield, it's going to take 45 minutes to get out there for me. It is what it is. Yeah.
I feel like the rule is in St. Louis, they say you're 20 minutes from everything, but you're really closer to 30 to 40 minutes from everything.
Yeah, I agree. So no, it's not that big of a deal, but again, it could be, just where I'm from.
I also think St. Louis is a small, big city. It's a big city, but it's also small. So you're everything's close, but it's not close. You don't think anything of 30 to 40 minutes either, because it just is what it is.
Yeah.
And, for me, it's probably different than it is for Steve, but where I live, people will come here, but not very often. So I am usually the one traveling, and I don't mind. I don't mind popping down. It takes me 45 minutes to get to the barrel shop. That's just okay.
Right.
Going to the barrel shop.
Very normal. But then I know people, they're like, no, that's almost a whole hour of my time. I'm like, that's a problem for you?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, you do get that sometimes, and I am scratching my head. There'll be some people be like, it's like, I just can never get here. I'm too far away. I'm like, where you live? And they're like, Fenton. I'm like, that's like 20 minutes away, 15 maybe. Yeah, it's close. So there are people like that, and it's just you don't understand. And someone living in Fenton, it's not like they've got everything that you need, so you're going to be driving around to places. If you go to
spread out.
Right. Yeah. Everything is spread out. Yeah. If you live in, New York, then you probably stay within a 10-minute walk of everything you need is within a 10-minute walk. We're not in New York. We're not in a city like that. We're in a city where you got to get in a car and drive. So I don't think it's a big deal.
I do know people that don't want to go 5 minutes.
Yeah. That's weird.
Yeah. For me, Stephanie, my distances aren't skewed, but people or friends that want to come to Santa Fe, but they land in Albuquerque, and it's a 45-minute drive.
Should have muted my mic. Sorry.
Yeah, and so they think it's a long trip.
Right. Yeah.
And so then they realize, well, it's really not. I mean, so I don't know. I'm not skewed by distances.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you, Justine?
No. So where I grew up, it was like 15, 20 minutes in either direction to get to like a big box store,
right,
restaurants, like whatever. Where I live now, I mean, I'm close to everything.
You've got Target right there. You've talked about it on the show.
2 miles from Target.
That's the dream. That's the dream we all have. We want to live within 2 miles to Target. Yeah. So, yeah.
I mean, if it is like, would I want to move back to where I grew up? No, because I would have to drive 25 minutes to work.
Right.
And then 25 minutes home. But if it's like 25 minutes or an hour to like do something fun, to meet friends, to have cocktails, to see something cool, like, no, I have no problems driving an hour, hour and a half. Like, I don't.
Justine drives 7 hours to hang out with me, so I can't say she's
there you have it.
Distance and time are a big factor with her. So,
yeah. So she also gets an hour back, Steve. It's really 6. I get 5.
Yes, yeah, this is true. It's fun traveling that way, right? It's fun coming to see.
It's fun.
Yeah, I always like when I go to Louisville. It's like I hate this because I lose an hour when I go there, and it's fun coming back.
I do love going to St. Louis because I'm like, ooh, free hour. Coming home the next day because I'm also slightly hungover. I'm like, I lost an hour. It's rough back.
So there you go. On that note, it's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with, feels like Luke hasn't gone first. We're going to start with him.
I'm going to recycle this 11-year-old. Holy, maybe something come out now.
Okay.
Willet Purple Top.
Nothing.
Nope.
I was just
love
silent.
that you're just going to drink all of his Purple Top throughout the shows.
Yeah, those things go for like $800, but yeah, it's fine. Dad was over and drank through it, so yeah, it is what it is. All right. Justine looks ready. We'll have her go next.
I have Yellowstone. This is the rum cask finish.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that one. Okay, solid, bassy. Very bassy, good solid cork pop. McNew, you're next.
I'm gonna go some IW Harper. Cabernet
Harper.
That came out weird for a minute.
All right, Justine still has the lead. KK's next.
I'm going to drink some Hemingway rye.
Okay.
We're talking about people who write stuff. He's a writer. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
I can make it connect.
Okay. Solid, but not as good as Justine's. I've got the big boy here, the 1 liter of American corn whiskey from Leopold Brothers. I don't know. I find this very aesthetically pleasing, the label. It looks old time to me. Yeah. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, let's see what we got here. I'd say about a tie with Kathy for second place. So Justine clearly wins that. So cheers to Justine on her third.
Cheers, Justine, and I would like a judge's ruling on the tie.
There you go. I don't think we've ever had a second
No.
place tie where it's been gone to the
Let's
judge.
just ask Wyatt to
Let's
do
see what
an
Sly does.
investigation.
He hasn't. We haven't sent him a case in a while, so it'll be good.
Yep, I think he needs a case.
No,
Okay.
No,
third. Just take your tied second and have a good day.
Yeah, exactly.
I think Swyat needs the work.
I think he needs to work too. He's
Oh.
worried about getting laid off from the ABV network. So yeah,
We'll give Sly the word.
I feel like we should start giving them like case numbers,
case
Oh.
numbers, yes,
docket numbers,
docket
and then
numbers, yes.
sending them to
Numbers.
Katie.
To Katie, yes, yeah, for sure. All right, we'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to talk about Tasting Table coming to the rescue. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of Executive Bourbon Steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your Executive Bourbon Steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your Executive Bourbon Steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show. All right. Grab one of those. Oh, boy. Oh, God. It's George T. Stagg. We just throw it around here at the ABV Barrel Shop. You're listening to the Bourbon Daily.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're talking about a maybe not so good article from the tasting table.
Yeah, I think it's actually par for the course from Tasting Table, actually. So, again, and right out of the gate. So, if you see their articles, you search on Google and you're like bourbon news, and then this pops up, and it has a headline. So, why whiskey distilleries are filing for bankruptcy? Kentucky whiskey distilleries. So you're like, oh man, this is bad. There are a lot of them are filing, but then it has the little further explanation. So it's not just the headline; you get the explanation, and they spelled bankrupt, B-A-C-K-R-U-P-T. So right away you're already screwed if you're expecting good journalism. You know before you click on it that what you're getting from Tasting Table. I love that. I saw that. I was like, I got to take a screenshot of this before they correct it because it's just amazing. It's a thing of beauty.
I don't like to make fun of people who can't spell, but that's hilarious.
Yes, right. Because there should be for any sort of, there should be not only the person writing it, and this would get caught up too if you do a spell check. This is not that's not like a spell check thing. It would be caught up in spell check.
There's a little red line under that word.
Right.
You just right click and choose the correction.
And then you probably have an editor too. So
and
you got
an editor.
people who missed it. Yeah.
Well,
Go ahead,
here's
Justine.
my take on it.
Okay.
If you look at the Newsweek article that we discussed in another show.
Right.
That one was published August 4th
Okay.
of 2025.
Okay.
This one was published August 5th of 2025. I feel like this dude took that.
And there is an
Newsweek
author here.
article.
This isn't just like aggregated and be like, oh, this is from newsletter to the feed. No, there's someone who put their name on this. I wrote this. Yeah.
Yeah. Put it in Chat GPT and said, make this article not plagiarized.
Right.
Yeah.
And then just took whatever it spit out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because it just all feels like regurgitated now. Like, it's fine to be like, hey, these places are like filing bankruptcy. Here's my thoughts on it, my new original thoughts on it. None of these articles are giving us that. They're just like, they just give us the facts over and over again in the worst way. They're not even interesting. Like, they're not fun articles to read.
I just want to read, it's like the third sentence in.
Okay.
The Distilled Spirits Council reported domestic whiskey sales grew from 1.3 billion in 2003 to 5.27 billion in 2023.
Uh-huh.
So we're talking about a 20-year period,
Right.
a roughly a 300% increase. The following sentence says, but all booms must eventually go bust.
Okay.
We've increased 300% in 20 years.
And in the last year, 3 different distilleries filed for bankruptcy. I would like to know how many distilleries filed for bankruptcy between 2003, 2023.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just slop.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
dumb. And
Yeah.
it's again clickbait and sensationalized
And I also want to
Probably.
complain about the number of ads that popped up over the words while I was trying to read the article.
Right.
that's annoying. It's like kind of as soon as like the first 2 pop up, I'm like, okay, I'm done. I want nothing to do with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm
So
supposed to be the researcher.
Well, the first thing
It
I
took
noticed
20
was the
years
same
to
thing
go up.
the same thing Justine noticed was the date of it. I said, geez, this is like, we're going to bring it up from last week for this week.
Right,
And next
right.
week, it'll be the same thing. So it's just passing the same garbage.
Right.
So the author said, holy shit, I forgot I have a deadline. I'm going to pull the news up and copies Newsweek's article.
Yeah. Yeah. And, again, no journalism here at all. I put up the last, this is how this person ties this all together, starting a sentence with and, which you'd never start a sentence with and, by the way, if you're in any sort of journalism. But the last paragraph is, and you can see that the overinvestment in the bankruptcy filings of these distilleries. Well, that's a sentence right there. And you can see the overinvestment in these bankruptcy filings for these distilleries. That's okay.
That's not a sentence.
That's not a sentence. That's not a sentence.
What are you even trying to say? What are you? Make it make sense.
And then he says, despite not even selling any bourbon yet, the Danville-based Luca Mariano has more than $34.3 million in debt spent building the business. Well, they have sold things, by the way. They've been selling for years, actually. They just were building their distillery, and that's the difference. So that's right. Now we come back with another and so this is a new sentence. And Garrett County Distilling owes $28 million after spending a whopping $250 million to build a new distillery in Lancaster. I'll tell you what, if you only owe $28 million on a $250 million distillery in less than a year, you're doing pretty damn good. You're kicking ass. I mean, that's a weird thing, right? I mean, Luke, if you spend $280 million on a distillery and the bank comes after you owe $28 more million, you've done pretty damn well in that year. You're on track to kill this thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have a lot of facts there that are right. Yeah.
But you have to finish reading. You can skip the next sentence.
Okay.
But the last sentence is, for now, no major Kentucky bourbon brands are going anywhere. But the collapse of these other companies should be a major warning sign.
Yes. Beam's like, oh my God, Luca Mariano is struggling.
Oh,
we're in trouble here.
No,
They're not doing.
They're not going anywhere, but they're shitting their pants.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is just trash journalism. I mean,
It
yeah,
feels like a fourth grader wrote it. Remember, like in fourth grade,
it's really bad.
we had like almost like a newspaper class where like you have to write something subjective and write full sentences, and it feels
And
like
you had to know your 5 W's.
Right.
yeah, it
Who,
feels
what, where, when, how.
Yeah.
And I feel like if I gave this to a fourth grade teacher, I have a friend who is a fourth grade teacher, she'd be like, all the red X's, all the red all over this would be.
Starting 2 sentences with "and" in their close up, their big finish. It's unbelievable to me. I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
and then, and then.
Well,
Once again, we really usually only go to these specific websites for we want to do a bracket challenge.
Correct. A lot of times we use them because they'll do lists and stuff like that. That's their wheelhouse, creating
they're
lists.
articles.
And a lot of times we're scratching our head at the list, but we take it with a grain of salt. This stuff, when they're trying to get into normal reporting, is just, again, it's so far away from what they do. It's bad.
yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the Newsweek show also showed that journalism is
I know.
not what it
It's
is.
just in the toilet. Yeah. It is very sad.
I feel like I'm gonna start writing some bullshit and sending it to like different outlets to see what gets published. 'Cause,
Right.
like, why not at this point?
So
Our coun-
that leads to an ethical question. You're going to taint the industry further in order to make fun of it or to profit off of it, or do we try and just ignore it?
I mean, maybe all.
Maybe all 3.
I
Right.
don't know.
Yeah.
Just don't ask McNew
No,
to
so
put new tires on her car.
Right.
Or
Clearly-
change the oil.
I'll change the oil. That's
Okay,
just get a new
clearly
car.
idiots are writing articles and getting paid. Why aren't we? We could write better and just see what happens.
Well, that's been Steve Akeley's fight since the very beginning.
Yeah. I know.
He's been writing articles and submitting them to people forever.
They don't care. They don't want to have me write for them. But I guarantee you I could put out something better than this. That'd be researched. I talk to people, and could I use help on the finer skills of writing? Sure, but I would assume that's where we have an editor and stuff like that. But I could put together an article that's better than this. I know that. I mean, this is just.
No,
It's an abomination. So
Shite.
this is different than the Newsweek one, where it's just we're mad that they're not doing a great job of reporting. This is not a great job of reporting, and not a great job of grammar and
Writing.
sentence structure and writing and any sort of knowledge about the industry. Really, I mean, they're just kind of bad. It's bad all around. But
It would be nice to know how much he got paid for this article.
right,
but
it would,
I feel like that would just anger me.
Well, I mean, yeah, probably, but still.
right, yeah. Yeah, for sure. So, well, there you go. That's our take on this one. So I always feel like it's a public service announcement just to make sure that people take with a grain of salt anything that you're reading online and look at the source and also do a little research yourself. Unfortunately, that's what you have to do these days. So you can't just rely on what you're reading on the internet. That's for sure.
And also, I feel like Google used to be a good source. Like, don't do like the AI thing. Don't even read the top 3. Like, you actually have to like dig down into some stuff now to be like, was this legit? Was it good?
Right.
Like, I feel like you have to find at least 5 sources now to find out if something's actually very accurate.
Yeah, this is
So
true.
our message is use your brain.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
'cause they're-
Use your
they're-
brain.
You came installed with one. It's
Right.
not new. Use it.
yeah. I think we're probably all
You
the
don't
same.
even have to take it in for an oil change.
That's true.
Could you imagine? I would-
I think that we're all the same take on the newspaper industry, that we're like, that's outdated. No one wants to read a newspaper. You're reading old news because you can get it online. But that's the beginning of the downfall of American journalism. You get rid of all those newspaper reporters that are out, and that was true journalism. People were getting paid and have a job that relies on them being accurate. And if they're not, the newspaper's going to come under heat. And once they all go away, now we get to where Twitter becomes, you'll see stories where they'll have just posts from Twitter on there. And it's like, what does that mean? That is just people talking about stuff. That's not a way to cite anything. So we're in a bad spot for sure. And I don't know how we're going to get out of this, but it's important to point out these type of things so you know what you're looking at when you see something.
Exactly.
Yep. On that note, we'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Kathy, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at KKCastStrength.
All right, Mr. Luke.
You can find me on LinkedIn and Santa Fe Boutique Wines on Instagram.
Okay, Justine.
You can find me on Instagram at JA_Maze.
McNew.
I'm on Instagram at McNew ABV.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find at Steve Akeley, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website, that thing's abvnetwork.com. Check that one out. Everything that we do is out there. Also, come by and see us. The ABV Barrel Shop, we always got cool stuff going on at the shop. There's cool people hanging out there. You never know. Kathy, cool, may be one of those cool people, so she hangs out there a lot. So check us out online, abvbarrelshop.com. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I'd like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review that includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. Fardance, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Good night.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you're in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.